What's up, everybody? Concerned Mom here. So, I was walking around out of bounds in Ramanas Park earlier today and was extremely shocked when I accidentally entered one of the finished slate rooms while out of bounds, just completely out of nowhere. Went back. Turns out every single room in Ramanas Park, the finished version of it, has the warp loaded and just stored out of bounds, and you can reach them pretty easily. This also includes the Kanto and Johto rooms in both games. So version-specific rooms can still be accessed in the opposite game that they're supposed to be in. And it seems like the slate would still work if you could somehow get one. Currently, we don't know how you could do that in the opposite game, though. But either way, I really wanted to show this off real quick because I love out-of-bounds stuff in video games, and this is like the coolest thing I've ever found. So first, we're going to need to set up a float state, legitate as we usually call it. So make sure you have the Ramanas flight point. This is a 6-badge profile. I don't have the nat decks here. That's why the guys are still there. I might make another video soon explaining how you can get into Ramanas Park early if you want to, with only 3 badges. The problem is it doesn't seem to put the shards in the underground yet, so it's not extremely useful. But either way, so we're going to go get the float state real quick. So we're going to fly to Jeb Life. Now we're going to come down to this ledge here on 202 and position ourselves right against it. Now we're going to get what we call flight storage. So to do this, open your Poketech, move your cursor over fly, and then, so there are consistent ways to do it, and there's like specific button timing. The most simple way for me, because it's extremely hard for me to explain the timing, honestly just spam right shoulder to open the Poketech and A. Like try to do them at exactly the same time and do it about twice. When you actually get it, you will see the Poketech like open it kind of in a glitchy manner. Like you can see it not be fully closed yet. And also you'll hear an extra sound. But what this allows you to do is move with the flight menu open. Might take a couple tries. There we go. Okay, so now once you've done this, go ahead and move your right stick so you don't move your character. Go down to Ramanas Park and open the menu to fly, but don't fly there yet. Now you want to slightly tilt your stick so you don't move the option away from yes, but you also want to hop the ledge. What you're going to do is, as you're hopping the ledge, you're going to interrupt that animation by flying, and this will give us a float state. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we're back to Ramanas with Legitate. This will allow us to get out of bounds extremely easily. So, yeah, as you see, we're floating here. So what we're going to do is come over here. We're going to go up while underground here, and then you can just come out through this right wall. Once you've done that, you're just going to come down here to this water area. Now, I was approaching from this way, and basically what I did was I just walked up in this direction, and sure enough, there you go. Now, this is not the room I hit the first time. I actually hit the Kyogre room the first time I got here by accident. But as you can see, this is the stratospheric room with the slate entered, the statue there, like indicating that it was complete. And when I walked in for the first time, the 3 berries that are usually in here were on the ground, and I was able to pick them up. So this is the completed version of the stratospheric chamber. I have not completed it. Like I said, this is a 6-badge profile. I have not caught a single Pokemon in Ramanas Park. Say you go ahead and walk out. You're not where you went in at. Now you're over here back at the real entrance. Go ahead and walk in. And there you go. There's the unloaded, or the unfinished stratospheric room. This is what it's supposed to look like on my profile. As you can see, the stored version, or the finished version, is just stored out of bounds, which is insane. We still have Legitate, so can go ahead and just take it out of bounds. Ramanas Park does not have the same sort of collision rules as other places in this game. It seems very unfinished as far as that goes. So we're just going to come right back over here. I was very confused first time it happened, so I came back out here. And sure enough, spread all the way around out here. We'll go ahead and enter another one. Here's the soul room. As you can see, you can interact with the slate. This one is lit up, though, so this is the finished version of the room. For some reason, the ones that have 2 statues don't have the statues and slate loaded. But the lighting indicates that it's finished, because we can walk out here. Go ahead and walk back in. And see the lighting is different. This is what it's supposed to look like when nothing's been done in here. So we were in a finished version of the soul room. Now, I was struggling to find some of the entrances at first. And that turns out because they're all on the same height as the actual entrance out of bounds. So, like, this one is 1 tier up. I was having a lot of trouble finding the stratospheric chamber out of bounds at first. But when I went down to this height and then went out of bounds, it was very fast to get. So it just all depends on height. So what you can do is you can use ball capsules to gain height because they reset your position. So I want to go ahead and show you how you can find one at a higher level, because you can't reach some of the ones that are on upper tiers on the regular map from a low legitate state. I also want to gain height here to show you that you can get into the distortion chamber without having Giratina caught. It is the finished version of the distortion room. Statue loaded and everything. It's very interesting. That one is even more interesting than the others for the most part because it's not even loaded on the map. When you just walk out of a wall eventually when you exit the room, which I'm going to go ahead and show you here. So we go up to this tier, this top one up here, because that is where the entrance normally is. Sadly, it didn't seem like the Griseus orb was on the ground in Giratina's chamber, so it seems to be from a cutscene. We just need to find a way to get back out of bounds real quick with this height. Can't remember where I did it before. I might have been 1 tier lower when I went out of bounds of this height before, because going through stairs is the easiest way to do it. Nope, never mind. That's how I did it right there. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and find the Giratina room. Not sure exactly where it was on the lineup. There we go. Oh, I did not mean to walk out immediately. Okay, well, we can just go back in. Right back through the wall and right in there. The controls are inverted. There we go. That's what was throwing me off. So this is the finished version, but the slate is not inserted, which is very curious. So, yeah. You can get in any chamber in Ramanas Park finished without ever catching the legendary. Including, I guess I should show you real quick how you can get in the alternate version rooms also. So we'll go to the second tier up here, because that's where all the main floor rooms are located. Go ahead and just go through the stairs right here, go up a little bit, and go around that wall, and you're out of bounds again. And right here. Yep, here is the finished Kanto room. Now, the Kanto room is supposed to be in this game. Near the Kanto room, out of bounds, though, is also the Johto room. See how the lighting is different when we walk back in? This is what it's supposed to look like when I haven't done anything in there. Also, through a little more testing, somebody found out that if you catch one of the Pokemon, like in one of the rooms, the warp is taken away from over here. The warp is just moved to the real one, and they're not swapped. Walks back in the same Kanto room. The Kanto and Johto rooms are stored very close together over there. But very fast to get back out of bounds. Made it pretty pleasant to test. I love finding stuff out of bounds, so when I accidentally walked into a room, I was pleasantly shocked. So here's the tectonic room. All of the first level rooms are in like the same lineup down here, just kind of spread out a little bit, except for the Kanto and Johto rooms being very close to each other. Of course, this is the finished state. The berries would have been in here if I hadn't already picked them up from coming in here before. And then when we exit, we are on here. The problem with the tectonic and the oceanic rooms is if you enter those from out of bounds and then walk back out, you're stuck there without surfing. Normally not a problem unless you came here without surf. The problem for us is that surfing removes levitate, our levitate state, so you have to go set that up again if you get caught in either of those rooms and have to leave, because you can't fly in Ramanas Park either. So it's not too bad though. Just fly to Jub Life, do the little setup I showed you, fly back to Ramanas. But yeah, I really just wanted to show this off real quick. I thought it was absolutely insane. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope somebody out there can find a use for it, maybe. Find a way to get the alternate version legendaries in each version. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoyed. And let me know if you want me to make the Get into Ramanas Park early video. I don't know if that's something people will be interested in because it's not extremely useful. It's just kind of cool. But yeah, have a great night, everybody. Take it easy.